New York, New York, it's a hell of a town, and that's where we're headed today as we explore Brooklyn Botanic Garden in the Big Apple. Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens, where we explore the world one garden at a time. Today is May 14th. The bluebells are in peak bloom at Brooklyn Botanic Garden. More than 50,000 bluebells are planted beneath mature hardwoods in the Bluebell Walk. Visitors can walk amongst these sweet smelling beauties as they make their way to other blooms in the garden. Japanese wisteria, bleeding hearts, azaleas, irises, lilacs, creeping phlox, magnolias, and maybe even a few roses are also in bloom on this mid May day. Brooklyn Botanic Garden spans 52 acres and is home to 14,000 types of plants. The garden was founded in 1910 with an original layout designed by the Olmsted brothers, sons of Frederick Law Olmsted, the designer of Central Park, and Brooklyn Botanic Garden neighbor Prospect Park. Significant renovations to the Botanic Garden began in the 1980s and continue to this day. In the 1990s, the garden added educational programs in conservation, horticulture, and environmental studies. Today, the garden hosts programs for children, families, adults, and schools, everything from vegetable gardening to floral design. They even offer a certificate in horticulture for serious students wanting to enter the field of horticulture or simply continue their education. There are 3 climate-themed plant pavilions in the garden: the Desert Pavilion, the Tropical Pavilion, and the Temperate Pavilion. The Desert Pavilion features cacti and succulents from arid regions of the world, including the United States, Central and South America, and Africa. The Tropical Pavilion features waterfalls, streams, and plants from African rainforests, the Amazon, and Southeast Asia. The Temperate Pavilion features plants from Australia and the Mediterranean. The Steinhardt Conservatory houses the C.V. Starr Bonsai Museum. There are 400 living works of art in the Bonsai Museum. Some of the bonsai trees are more than a century old. A white cast iron and glass aquatic house is home to an impressive variety of tropical and subtropical aquatic plants from all over the world, including an orchid collection of 6,000 plants representing 1,000 species. The garden is also home to an art collection containing historic photographs from the early part of the 20th century, as well as watercolor paintings, pen and ink drawings, contemporary photography, and video. A visit to the garden would not be complete without a stroll down the Cherry Esplanade. The Cherry Esplanade features 200 cherry trees of 45 varieties planted in 2 rows, allowing visitors the opportunity to walk beneath the blossoms. The trees usually bloom between April and May and have finished for this year. The shade they provide is still delightful as spring moves into summer. There are 2 gardens for children: the Discovery Garden and the Children's Garden. The Discovery Garden allows children to get up close to see butterflies, bees, and hummingbirds amidst native grasses and flowers. Part of the trail through this garden includes raised platforms to allow children to see trees up close. The Children's Garden is one of the oldest continuously operating children's gardens in the world. Children can plant and harvest crops under the guidance of a garden instructor. Older children can participate in a program that guides them toward becoming junior instructors. Roses are beginning to bloom and will peak over summer. The Rose Garden includes more than 650 varieties, including heirloom roses and even a few of the original roses from the opening of the Botanic Garden in 1910. There's an herb garden that includes a small orchard and vegetables, as well as culinary and medicinal herbs. The Water Garden features plants that thrive in a wetland environment and provide a habitat and food for wildlife, as well as plants that filter water. There's also a Shakespeare Garden, a Fragrance Garden, the Japanese Hill and Pond Garden, a Native Flora Garden, a Rock Garden, and several other specialty gardens. Brooklyn Botanic Garden is located next to Prospect Park, the Prospect Park Zoo, and the Brooklyn Museum. The garden is closed on Mondays, and hours the rest of the week vary a bit by day. It's best to check their website before you go. I've included a link in the notes. Well, That's about it for today's garden visit. Join me here tomorrow to find out where we're going next. Thank you for listening today and for listening every day. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.